Boogie, and we're still talking about turn up the fun. Turn up the fun. I'm doing a live right now, and I'm actually going to be doing a live on Facebook today to talk more about turning up the fun in life despite life's challenges and detours, and why that is helpful, beneficial, and important. I know, you turn on the TV, you look, read in the news online or in the paper, and things can seem very depressing or scary. But we still have our own life path to walk, and we need to be in as positive a mode as possible, I believe, in order to be helpful for our own spiritual growth and also to help others. So that's why I talk about self-care, positive mindset, self-growth, self-love, because it really starts with us, and we radiate out how we feel and how we think, and we say words from our beliefs, and a lot of our beliefs can be negative ones, limited negative beliefs that we picked up from some well-meaning people, but from childhood, society, etc. So those positive beliefs and that positive mindset and turning up the fun in life, following your passions, can really help get us through challenging times. And like I said, help us to have the energy and the mental clarity and the spiritual inspiration that we can attract from that positive state, so that we can help ourselves and others and make this a better world in the process, or better, hopefully more positive, loving world. But everybody's on their own path. It's their own journey. And from what I've read and studied, I do believe people have their own maybe lessons to learn as a soul. So even though we might think, oh, this is going to be better for this person or that person, or this place or that place, we don't know what those souls meant to come down and experience or learn or evolve through. So some of that I've gotten from. I mean, I have a foundation in Catholicism, Christianity, but I also have studied a lot of Abraham Hicks material, concept therapy, positive mindset material, Bob Proctor, Wayne Dyer, Abe Hicks, as I said, Louise Hay, all of those. Mike Dooley, also of Infinite Possibilities book and program. I'm actually a certified instructor for, and I will be having something coming up with those principles to help people create the positive life of their intentions and dreams. But in the meantime, what I want to talk about is that today, again, I'm doing this live right now. I'm talking about turn up the fun despite your life's challenges or detours. I'm doing this still healing, or as my friend Nelson said, say you're healed already, it's in the, like it happened already. So let's say healed from a sprained ankle, or my ankle is healthy and strong, and let's say that anyway. So turn up the fun. I'm doing a Facebook Live today at 5:30 p.m. Eastern to 6:30 p.m. Eastern. There will be a replay. So if you want, besides subscribing and following here on YouTube, please join me on Facebook too, under Lynn Girardi, Girardi, and that's Lynn. And it's turn up the fun. I'm going to be talking about this event I'm having, a Zoom event, business project event that will be on August 21st, called Turn Up the Fun. And I'm adding lately, turn up the fun anyway, because just like I said, because I had an ankle injury, I was going to cancel I was going to postpone this event, but then I realized, wait a minute, that, I'm saying to add more fun in each day if possible, or in life when you can, despite life's challenges, despite, the quote unquote problems we have. And I'm going to postpone this thing I want to do because of this challenge. Then I said, no, I have to make myself an example, learn and experience that outcome for myself to do it anyway. And because what winds up happening is when you add fun to a challenging day, you wind up reaping the benefits, the blessings. You wind up finding God's blessings, or getting in the flow of those more positive results, more positive experiences, more positive interactions with people. You wind up attracting, with the help of the law of attraction, which to me is part of God's universe. You wind up attracting, being in the right place at the right time, in a good way. Getting the person who's more helpful on the phone or at the doctor's office. Finding someone who all of a sudden just wants to give you free flowers. That happened to me once. Happened to my sister too once. You wind up getting in the flow of positivity and abundance when you add some fun and a positive mindset, or some, a calm to your day, even if it's a challenging day. And we're going to talk about that more in Turn Up the Fun on Facebook Live today at 5:30 p.m. Eastern, and there will be a replay, but also in the event Turn Up the Fun, it's a self-care reset, it's a soul reset. That's the actual event, will be on Thursday, August 21st. That's next week. And it's at 2 p.m. Eastern to 3:30 p.m. Eastern. About self-care, mindfulness. You'll walk away with positive tools, conceptual tools, some practical tools to help turn up the fun and positivity in your own life, despite life's detours and challenges. And despite, our negative thoughts and doubt and fears that we have, just because that's part of being human. We're souls having a human experience, as Dr. Wayne Dyer used to say. And I really do believe that, and also not to beat up on yourself for not being more positive, or not being, more productive or kinder or whatever, because we're still human. We are partly human here. It looks like we're human to me, but the soul is within and around us, supposedly, and it's experiencing life through us as we're connected to God, though, that soul. These are my beliefs, my opinions on my soul spiritual journey thus far. So you take what sounds right to you and leave the rest. But I hope you'll join us. Check out wholelifeboogie.com/summer to learn more about the August 21st event. Turn up the fun. And it's great for caregivers or overgivers or people pleasers, or anyone who feels overwhelmed in life, overwhelmed in this chapter of life, or you feel confused, or like there's chaos around you or in your mind. Join us. Or if you're depressed, I've been dealing with a lot of this stuff as a caregiver, and I feel like I've overcome, or I've been able to move through some of it, and then when you quote unquote fall, you're able to dust yourself off, get back up, and get back to a fairly centered state. Even though life is challenging and sometimes you're wobbling, but it's good to have tools to learn how to get back to center a little faster. So join me, and I will leave some links below, and I hope to see you soon. Thank you so much. Let's have some fun together. If you don't know how, join me in the little community of positive people, and we'll do it together. Thanks so much. With God, all good things are possible. Bye bye.